Yo, what's going on, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. Staying hydrated on this lovely Tuesday evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for y'all. Let me turn this down a little bit. We are live on YouTube as well. Figured that we get the VOD just on there, and we are doing shared chat. The shared chat is working. Let me know if you want to do it. It was her first time earlier too, and I was teaching her. Okay, bet. Yeah. I'd definitely be down in the future. On next week though, just know the basics. Same. Yeah, I think it should be here, let me also okay, hold on. Let me unmute in Discord.
How do I actually say your full name?
Hello.
Dom just called you Alchi, but I'll.
Yeah, that's definitely their nickname. Yeah, that's Elchi. Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
so is the you can see his chat too, right? You can see his chat too on yours. Nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the share chat's working. That's dope.
Yeah.
Hold on. Gotta do my little dancey dance right quick. Hold on.
Dancey dance.
Yeah, this one.
Hello. Oh. 20 months is crazy.
Right.
I wonder if you know.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah. So.
You really think you know you got the dough.
So yeah, you guys can see her her chat and my chat together. All right, let me turn my camera on.
Drift. Thank you for
Confirm.
subbing for 20 months. That's
Okay, babe.
quick.
Is your
But
camera on? Is your virtual camera on?
hold on. I have to change your Discord thing. Hold on. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing yet. Okay, now say something.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Now it's good.
Okay.
Okay. Hold
Okay.
on.
Let me know when you have your camera on because I got to make sure I can see it from
My camera is on.
Okay, cool. Just give me a second because I always gotta fiddle with mines on my end. Turn this one off and turn this one on, and then this would be really nice for modding multiple streams. Yeah, it definitely would. You
It's
just have
nice because now I can actually read what you guys are saying without having to go between like Google and like Google Chrome and OBS because that shit
Exactly.
is annoying. I be missing people's chats and shit. They be like, "You're ignoring me." I'm like, "No, dog. I can't look at two chats at one time. I'm just bad at it."
Let's see. Not showing up still. Hold on.
How does the moderation work if you only mod for one?
No, it's a shared chat, so we're actually sharing mod privileges with each other's streams. So that's the thing.
Oh.
You have to make sure like you got people that aren't, gonna go crazy. You got to make sure we both are at the same minds on things. But I feel like our mods are, are pretty chill. And they know when to do the mod things, the camera thing's not working again. It's so annoying.
I'm trying to think. I don't mod. My mods are not normally in my chat when I'm. Live. I don't have the same schedule as my mods. Hilarious.
You should make Ghost of well, I don't know. I mean, would you be cool like
I actually Ghost.
Maybe?
I forgot. I think I was supposed to make Ghost to mod. I don't remember. I don't remember. Hi, Iz. How are you?
What's
how
going
are you
on,
doing?
Izzy? Yeah, Bo can manage Baddest' chat right now because we're sharing chats right now.
I'm skilled.
We need to be skilled. I'm trying to figure out how.
Can't say my.
Yeah, it's still not showing up. And the last time that this happened, I just turned off the camera and I turned it back on yours, and it worked.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think you turned it off again. Hold on. Does it work now?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me also make sure. Okay, cool. And go here. All right. Turn your camera off and turn your camera on. Yeah. It might be borked. I don't know. I don't know anything else I did besides turn off and on the camera,
Okay, so I turned it off again. I turned it back on. Yes, no, maybe so. Hello? Can you see me? Hello?
We can try.
What? You leveled up in my chat.
Huh?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I leveled up in my chat. We're sharing the chat.
Yeah.
So we both get the engagement.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Love that.
What was I gonna say?
Water.
This is a bottle of water. might have. I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna. It's just gonna have to be like this, I
Just
guess.
put a picture up of me.
I
Y'all
mean,
can just see a
it's. I
picture.
mean, it's showing your Twitch pictures, so I mean, technically, it's.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I just don't understand because
I
it says
don't
it's
either.
working. It says
Yeah.
it's working.
I don't know. It's so dumb. Like, how many times do I have to off and on and turn on camera? Oh, look, there you were. Look, it just popped up out of nowhere. Up, up, up. There you are.
Your shit is bugged.
You see, it's crazy how many times I had to do that. I had to
Your
flip it
shit
off
is
and
bugged.
on. Oh, your camera's like going in slow motion. But is it on my end? It may be on my end. I don't know.
Slow motion.
Yeah, it's working,
Slow,
but
slow, slow.
okay, I think she's good now. Lord.
Oh, guys, so you guys didn't see my tattoo when I was showing it, huh? That's crazy.
No.
I guess
Show
I
them the
should have just.
tattoo. Show them.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try my best to get everything in the shot. Okay, so this is the hand tattoo, and then we're gonna come up. Well, okay, then there's this one, like right there. Now we're gonna turn it all the way around, and to the
Yeah.
ugh, this is hard. Ugh.
It's like you flexing.
I'm not just trying to. It's a awkward angle because my tattoo had to be slanted because I have a tattoo right here that she just like I don't want to cover it up, so it's like on an angle. So now I'm trying to show you guys. I'm like, it's hard. Ow! I just twist my arm out of socket.
Especially with the sound effect.
Thank you, thank you. It's the struggle. So I just thought I would like
You know,
vocalize how I'm
hit,
struggling.
hit,
You
hit
know.
him with the eh.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know, muscles.
Uh, yeah, the muscles. All
I don't have
right.
any of those.
It's nice. You got some. You got some. Everybody has some. Okay. Anyways, welcome in everyone to D&T's D&D. Oh, what the hell? D&D.
Who's T? Who's T?
D&T's D&D.
Who's T? And, and where is she? Where's
It's the
T?
dyslexia. It's the dyslexia. Okay. Welcome to D&D Spilling the Tea Tuesdays with your host D and D. Dungeons and Tea.
Like who's T? I just want to know. And why was I not introduced to them before they got included in
The
the
T
podcast?
is Tuesday. The T. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. I'll shut the fuck up now. Sorry.
Driven. But yeah. Welcome in though. It's October 1st, y'all. It is officially spooky season.
Ooh.
Ooh. So
Like spookies.
yeah, so we are keeping the tradition as we did last October.
Yeah, so if you
And
guys weren't here, we have this
such a lot.
segment that we do on D&D called Real or Fake. And that's when I, usually me, tell you guys a spooky story that I found, and you guys have to tell me whether you believe it's real or fake. But before we get started in that, Serena, you don't even know yet. I didn't read it. But before we get started, I just want to check in on you guys because it's been, at least for me, it's been a while since I've been on here. How are you doing? Are you guys okay? Um, are you guys staying safe? Were you in the path and trajectory of the hurricane?
Mhm.
Are you all right? Is your family all right?
Is there anybody, you know, you're worried about if there is, hope prayers out to them for their safety and everything.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like, there's places completely gone, washed out.
Yeah.
no road access, no bridges. It's a wild time. I
Yeah.
mean, I think they expected it to hit Florida more, but it looks like it was really catastrophic in Tennessee and South Carolina. Yeah, it's actually really horrible, and I wish people would take evacuations more seriously because I
Mm-hmm.
promise you they do not want to have to deal with that. So like they would not tell you to evacuate if they really did not mean it, you know. Um, nope, no rains here. Wish we had rains. It's really crazy how some people could be washed out by rains and then some people could literally be in a drought. Um, in the same country, but we also have a huge country. Um, but alas, I just wanted to check on everybody, make sure that everybody here is doing all right. Yeah, my state 20. True, true. Um,
Always joke because just oh
yeah,
yeah, wait, Serena's in Arizona too, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Izzy at Serena's also from Arizona. Oh, you're in Phoenix.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
yeah,
sixth ring of hell.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It
you
do
know,
be
I don't envy
pretty.
y'all. I don't envy y'all. I don't think I could ever live in the desert. I'm not a desert type of gal. Um,
Yeah.
I like seasons. You know,
Like the
I love
seasons,
seasons.
eh?
Yeah, literally called the Valley of the Sun. Couldn't do
Yeah.
it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
For sure. For
Texas
sure.
isn't that bad, at least in that regards. It's not
I
that
can't do
bad.
I can't do Texas either. Fuck Texas.
I
I'm so
mean,
sorry.
hey, but it's not Arizona weather, so
That's true. That's true. I feel like the giant kid with a magnifying glass over Phoenix, just trying to see if we would wriggle like ants burning. That's actually crazy.
ooh.
Is it still hot there right now? I mean, it's September, so I don't know. Well, October. I fucking lied. It's October.
Yeah, yeah, it is now officially October.
Damn, that's crazy. It's getting
111
cool here.
today. Woo!
That's Satan's asshole right
Yeah,
there.
pretty
Nope.
much.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. What was it today? I think it was like mid 90s today. I think was the highest.
October 1st is Raccoon Appreciation Day. You know,
Interesting.
raccoons are literally so cute. Like I see these little raccoons and like people have like baby raccoons as pets and I'm like, wow, you're so cute.
So freaking
Not just
cute.
saying spit right now. Saying assholes would be 120. No, thank you. Today it was 70 degrees here. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect
I
weather.
bet you the wind was nice and breezy too, huh?
Well, you know, we're getting a lot of the I don't want to say fallout, but we're kind of getting the remnants of the hurricane. So
Oh.
it's very cloudy right now and like drizzling.
Bring us some
Um,
70s.
I'll
Yeah.
bring you some, dude. I'm tired. It's been since the hurricane. It's been like cloudy and drizzling slash raining all weekend. Um, no, all week actually. So I can bring you some. I can bring you some of the rain and um the drizzle, but y'all can keep the 111. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna bring y'all the rain and the
Yeah.
clouds and the
Y'all could
drizzle.
definitely keep that over
But
there.
y'all keep the
Yeah,
200.
y'all
Y'all keep
keep
the
that over
211.
there.
Y'all keep that over there. But I'll bring you the rest of it. We'll trade sun for the rain. We'll get a little warmer. You'll get a little cooler. Sounds perfect. Love that for us.
Right. A little give and a little take, you know?
Right, you know, sharing the wealth. We're sharing the wealth.
Yeah. It's the
Well,
least.
I'm glad I got to check in with everybody, you know, real quick before we get started. We have to keep the hundreds so that we can scare Cali peoples away. True, true,
Don't
true.
want to get too many of
Actually,
them Cali people.
actually, when I looked, San Diego was like colder than we are here. I don't know,
Damn.
like a day or two ago, and I was like, damn. It's probably because they're right on the ocean.
Doesn't seem to
Doesn't seem to
work.
work though. Yeah, all them snowbirds be coming too early this year. Yeah, it's because it got cool really fast. My sister said that this is a El Nino year, which apparently that talks about how like bad or good the weather will be, and La Nina. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I forgot. She said something like that. La Nina year,
La
so it's
Nina.
gonna be bad. That means the weather's gonna be bad, which I take offense to, because isn't that feminine? So if it's feminine, it's gonna be bad. That's crazy. Anyway, El Nino is heat, La Nina is rain. Okay, sweet. She be explaining this shit to me because she does all like the meteorologist and this shit like that. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm like, okay, sure. Twinkle twinkle, sounds good. Like,
Not Twinkle Twinkle.
twinkle twinkle, sounds good. Like, I don't know. Yeah, El Nino is like dry. Oh, okay. But listen, like, I I just take her word for it. I'm like, you know, you took this whole meteorology tracking weather pattern shit class. I don't know. You got it, sis. I just
Yeah.
believe her. Just believe her. You are the meme. Seems legit. But literally, seems legit. Sounds good to me. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever you say. All right. Are you guys ready for a story? I have a story. Hold on. Let me actually hold on, cause I'm a blind bitch. Let me put on my glasses. I want to make sure I read this right. It's kind of long too, so I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Damn, I need to clean these hoes. I don't wear my glasses. Sorry, throwing scientific words at you. So you ice cream in the frozen tundra. Oh, I don't know about that. It's too cold already. All right, let's see. Let me take out the Whippersnapper 3000 so I can see.
The Whippersnapper 3000.
Alright. Ooh, thank God, because I was like, that's a lot of tiny script. Okay, guys. So are we ready for a story?
Are you ready for the story?
Alright, okay.
I'm ready, baby.
Alright.
Totally fake.
Here we go. So this story is called Adventure Walk. This is written in first person, so yep, here we go. When I was in college 20 years ago, my sweet mates used to talk about going on adventure walks. The idea was you leave the house with nothing but a quarter and just start walking. You go as far as you can go, and when you are done, you use the quarter to call someone to drive to your location and pick you up. There are fewer cell phones and more payphones back then. This gotta be old. They gotta be fucking old. They gotta be fucking old because they don't have no type of fucking payphones anymore. yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Late one evening, one of my sweet mates, let's call him Mike, told me we were going on an adventure walk. I reluctantly agreed. He had me change into dark sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I protested that I didn't have any pockets to carry a quarter, and he told me I wouldn't need it. In fact, he said, "Don't bring anything metal." I thought that was strange, but didn't protest, and a short while later, we started trekking across the campus under a full moon with nothing but the clothes on our backs. We left campus and ended up in an outdoor shopping mall, maybe a mile from the dorms. The mall is built on a hill. There are several two-level parking garages built into the hill, with shops both on the top level of the garage as well as on the bottom level up against the hill. We were walking through the lower level of one of those garages when we noticed a gap in the cinder block wall built up against the hill. It went from ceiling to floor and was about maybe 2 feet wide. It looked like whoever had built the wall had intentionally left a small doorway. Mike said we should investigate. I didn't want to, but he said it would be fine and walked into the hole.
Oh, that's that
I
white people
followed
shit.
him.
It's that
You
white people
know,
shit.
because it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Put the quarter in your bra. What do you mean no pockets? You know, I don't know the gender of this person, so maybe they didn't have no boobs to put a quarter in. I don't know. As soon as I stepped through the doorway, I saw another person standing just inside. My heart skipped a beat. I thought it was a homeless person using the place as a makeshift home. I was afraid of being attacked for intruding, but Mike said, "Don't worry, he won't he won't bother you as long as you're with me." The guy ended up just kind of standing around and didn't interact with us at all.
The fuck?
The area behind the hole was not finished in any way. The floor was just dirt. The only light was coming through the hole from the parking garage. I told Mike I didn't think we should be in here and that we should leave.
Eh?
He said, "Look, it goes further back. Let's see where it goes." And he disappeared into the blackness, encouraging me to follow him. Um, I followed Mike through an earthen tunnel. I could hear him just up ahead, but I couldn't see him or touch him. As I walked forward, the ceiling got lower and lower. At first, I was just crouching, but before long, I was crawling on my hands and knees. I could still hear Mike just ahead encouraging me forward. Before I knew it, I was belly crawling into an ever tightening space. It got to the point where I was clawing the dirt with my hands stretched out in front of me, trying to move forward another inch. I was suddenly worried I had gone the wrong way. I didn't hear Mike anymore. I tried backing up, but couldn't get any leverage to move backwards either. I felt like I'd wedged myself in my own grave. I saw stuck in dark I saw stuck in darkness. Buried, I sat stuck.
What?
I
Oh.
don't know. I'm like, they wrote this weird, oddly. I sat stuck in darkness, buried underground behind a wall in the back of a parking garage. How could I have been so stupid to get myself into this situation? I feel like this person's first language is not English because I'm struggling. Um, just as I felt all hope slip away and then consigned myself to death, I felt a hand around my wrist and a sharp yank. I found myself being pulled through a hole into an open space by Mike. Now I was in a tunnel with concrete walls with light coming from somewhere. I think there must have been electric lights, but they weren't bright, maybe like emergency exit lights. I looked for the hole I'd come from, but I didn't see one in the wall. Mike told me that we couldn't go back that way anyway. Then he warned me, if we run into anyone, do not let them see you. You are not supposed to be here. Oh
Huh?
hell no.
This sound like some as above so below shit.
Oh hell no. Alright, we're gonna keep on going, but ain't no way. Um Mike started leading me through the tunnels. I assumed they were similar to the maintenance tunnels that crisscross underneath our school's campus, but I was kind of surprised they were also under the shopping center. I asked Mike if he knew where we were going. We're going to meet someone. Who? Someone powerful.
Okay.
We walked for about 10 minutes before entering a circular room. Mike suddenly looked worried. Hold on, is there an ad right now?
That scared the shit out of me. Mr. saying that. And throwing it
Wait,
literally, but bam.
I'm like, I'm like, wait, is there an
Yeah.
ad?
Yeah, she
Okay.
got hit with the head.
Not getting hit with the ad. Okay, are you guys back? And if you're back, what part did you miss?
Oh man.
I don't want anybody to miss anything because we gotta vote whether it's real or fake at the end. Okay, Danny was reading the part.
Oh, we can do a poll too. We can actually do a poll.
Okay,
No, never
awesome.
did.
So felt something grab my wrist. Okay, let's go back to that part. Let's see. Okay, just as I felt all hope slip away and consigned myself to death, I felt a hand around my wrist and a sharp yank. I found myself being pulled through a hole into an open space by Mike. Now I was in a tunnel with concrete walls with light coming from somewhere. I think there must have been electric lights, but they weren't bright. Maybe like emergency exit lights. I looked for the hole I'd come from, but I didn't see one in the wall. Mike told me that we couldn't go back that way anyway. Then he warned me, if we run into anyone, do not let them see you. You're not supposed to be here. Mike started leading me through the tunnels. I assumed they were similar to the maintenance tunnels that crisscross underneath our school's campus, but I was kind of surprised they were also under this shopping center. I asked Mike if he knew where we were going. We're going to meet someone. Who? Someone powerful. We walked for about 10 minutes before entering a circular room. Mike suddenly looked worried. This is where we were supposed to meet, but he isn't here. He isn't normally late. Something bad must have happened. Mike told me uh, we would wait for 5 minutes and then we would go back. We waited for a few minutes and another one of my suite mates, let's call him John, walked into the room. Mike suddenly looked relieved. They stepped away from me and talked quietly for a bit, occasionally glancing over at me. I got the impression that neither of these people were the friends I lived with, and that they were only disguised as my friends, and yet I didn't feel threatened by that. After they talked a bit, they walked back over to me. John looked at me directly in the eyes and, with a very serious expression, asked, "Do you want to meet someone?" "Who?" I responded. "He is the king under the hill, who is also known as the man in the mountain. But I must warn you that once you meet him, you can never unmeet him." With those words stuck in my head, um, I was struck by the idea that meeting this king would open a door for me and I would be aware of things that I wasn't aware of now. I also knew that those things would be aware of me as well, and that I would be opening myself up to danger that I was not currently exposed to. I felt a deep sense of dread and fear and could only give one answer: no. As soon as the words left my lips, I felt all of the energy drain out of my body. I could barely stand, let alone walk. My friends got on each side of me, put my arms around their shoulders, and started supporting me on the way back home. I had a need to get out of those tunnels and asked them if we could walk back up above. They tried to explain to me that the tunnels were the most direct route back home, and that if we went topside, we would have to cut back and forth to get home. I guess I accepted that answer, but I don't remember anything after that. I don't even remember returning home. In fact, I had completely forgotten the entire adventure until 3 years later. I had been reading White Wolf's Games source book for the dreaming and fell asleep totally believing in the fairy or the fae. I woke up the next morning absolutely convinced that the story above was a real memory, and I absolutely could not understand how I could have forgotten it. I also had a strong sense that I shouldn't tell the story to anyone, and I didn't for several years. But over time, the memories faded. I don't even really remember it anymore firsthand. All I now, all I know, all I have now, excuse me, are memories of memories, and the story as I told it to myself over and over. The warning not to tell faded too, and now I've shared it with you in public for all the world to see. Um, yeah. Honestly, memories of memories is like such a thing. I don't know about anybody else, but like sometimes I remember something and I'm like, I'm remembering like another part of it, you know? Like, I don't know if that actually happened. That's just how I remember it. Memory of a memory. Okay, are we doing a poll? But isn't something traumatic hard to forget? You know, the description and storytelling is very fake. I say vague, or vague, very vague. I say fake. I can see that, but isn't something traumatic? You know, I feel like. Well, here's the thing. Traumatic. If it's traumatic, there's two ways that your body can respond to it. You never forget it, and you're constantly triggered by things that remind you of it, or you're so traumatized that your mind blocks out the whole experience, and you never think like you just. And then one day something might just trigger your memory of it. But there could be big blocks of memory that's just gone, wiped because your body couldn't or your mind couldn't handle it. Um, so you could respond either way to trauma. Depends. Aliens. I'm crying.
I don't think the poll doesn't pop up on both of ours, unfortunately.
Oh, it doesn't pop up
It's
on
just on
poll. Okay.
mine's, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I don't know how to me. I'm gonna start a poll. I don't do this. Can I do that? Nope. Oh, nope. I don't know how to do that shit. I lied. So so I heard fake,
Hold on.
mostly fake on my
Hold on.
side. I was like, I don't know.
I,
I don't know.
I got you, babe.
Thank you. I'm not a streamer, guys. Serena votes fake. I'm pretty sure Austria also votes fake. Um,
Okay.
all right, great. Cool. I love that. Hell no, that's cap.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming on your side they said it's fake too.
It's so far, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I only see my own beliefs. So okay, cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
no, you're
cool.
fine because I think it's fake as well.
As
Yes.
you're reading, what is your intuition telling you, Fatis? So I feel like for me, let me say this. I can't say whether it's real or fake or not, because whatever. But what I think is, I do think this person really thinks that this happened to them. Like, I think that this person really thinks that that's something that happened.
What's crazy is I'm voting it's fake, but watch it be real.
But I don't know how we can like judge whether this is like real or not. But there are some comments, so I'm gonna read the comments once everybody's like voted. Um, which I think pretty much everyone's voted.
Yeah, I just put it on a
Yeah.
3 minute poll.
So the person, like I said, the person who wrote this, so this is a Reddit post, but this person claims that this really happened. And so if somebody asked me, I would say like it seems a little fantastical because I guess that means that it would have to be like so what what I think is I really think that they believed that they went on that adventure trip or whatever. What I find hard to believe is that they went through a tunnel and suddenly all of the shit disappeared. Like they couldn't find another door. Like they went through this hole and now the hole's gone. And I mean, I've seen other stories that involve the Fae, and it's essentially like a portal to a different dimension, and it's really interesting. I just don't know how much I believe that. I just like ghosts make so much more sense to me
Right.
than like another dimension. I just can't wrap my head around that. I can't.
I agree.
Um Now do I believe like, oh, and like, it's there's no way that it happened. I think that there's a whole bunch of weird shit that we just don't know.
Yeah.
So I can't say it never happened. I just have a hard time believing that things just went fucking poof after that happened. Like I don't get it. Um, but yes, that's exactly how I feel. I just
Yeah.
feel like it would not happen in this way. You know what I mean? Because obviously ghosts have to be somewhere in a plane that we can't see. But I just think that different dimensions coexisting in like a physical aspect and not like a spiritual and physical, my brain cannot wrap around
Kind
that.
of reminds me
Like,
of like the game I just finished, Casting the Frank Stone, because they
hmm
dealt in like alternate dimensions and stuff.
yeah, and I know a lot of people who are spiritual. Well, I don't know a lot of people, but I know certain people who are spiritual also believe that you can like timeline jump and
Mm-hmm.
go to different and that kind of thing. And I don't. That sounds like too much. I don't know about all that.
And what I will say, babe, that show, the
hmm
OA, it kind of has
Yeah.
something to do with that.
Gotcha. BRB got you. I think Mike and the storyteller just had a good time having mushrooms in a tunnel. I mean, totally possible. Totally possible. So here's the update. This is something that they said in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were involved in the occult. This is somebody's response to their post. I hadn't considered that possibility. There are drugs that can interfere with memory formation. Maybe they drugged me and took me on an adventure walk with the goal of initiating me into a cult. There may have been there may have also been some halogenic involved to make me experience even more surreal. Um So, as much as I would like to go on these adventure walks, despite the low population of payphones in the city, I would hate for it to end the same way for me as it did for you. I might not have a buddy to help me out of the predicament. Yep. So, there were more payphones 20 years ago. Today, you could just ask to borrow someone's cell phone, just take your friend's phone number with you. No one remembers phone numbers anymore. After the memory returned, I went back to investigate the shopping center and stuff didn't match the memory from my experience. That made it seem more likely that it had been a dream, that I'd had some weird mental problem that made me think it was real. But the experience still bothers me. A few years ago, I was back in my college town and visited the shopping center again, a bit over 10 years from when I regained the memory. The place was more like my dream and less like my memory of visiting it. I feel like something or someone is fucking with my memory about this event. It makes me angry. My current best theory about it was that I was taken into the other world, also known as fairy. Okay. It fits with old stories I found about people visiting the other world. On most recent visit to the shopping center, I found the place where I think the hole was. There wasn't a hole in that exact place anymore. There was construction going on at that wall, and there was a wooden barrier built around the construction, and a chain link fence around a larger area around that, and a shopping mall security guard hanging around that. It may have been fairy guards and barriers glamored up to pure ordinary in our world, or maybe not. I left when the guard started to approach me to see why I was hanging out in that area. A year or so ago, I discovered that there are actually underground rooms and corridors under the shopping mall. Some of it is old parts of the shopping center that aren't used anymore. Other parts are apparently used by the CIA for a few decades. That was a strange thing to discover that fits with my experience.
What in the finding a hidden tunnel under Diddy's mansion going to the Playboy mansion shit is this?
So it seems like part of this might be. It seems like they might had an experience and the rest of it was dreamt. You know what I mean? Like oh, but also it's interesting because they didn't know about the tunnels until late, like severely later. You know,
Right.
so it's just interesting. So maybe they were drugged, right, and then taken to these tunnels, and it's a whole cult thing. That would make sense.
Ooh.
They're drugged, taken to the tunnel.
Damn.
Um, the
Plot
the whole
twist.
cult leader, right, is there. They're like, oh, you want to meet somebody important? They're like, no, and bam, you know.
That's
I think that
yeah, that's
that would have
actually
been insane. I
yeah.
I feel like that's a little bit more realistic than like the Fae tried to like kidnap them. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Like and I can't say that there's no fairies, but I just feel like fairies aren't hanging out in the mall. Yeah, am I wrong? Like I feel like a fairy story to me, a fairy story would be more believable if like they were in a forest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a forest, like a valley, the mountains, something. Cause isn't the whole thing is they're really into like nature and shit? So why the fuck would they be stationed out in a shopping mall? I don't know. That's not making sense to me. I'm so sorry. I love cult stories because they're so real. Cult true crime stories, I eat those up. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't done a couple of true crime stories. I
Oh,
haven't done it in a
wait,
while.
Alchie, do you know about the Hell House? We were just, cause man, we were just talking about this because last week we watched a couple things on the Hell House. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of the Hell House, but it was no, not Hill House, Hell House. Yeah, it was in
H-E hockey sticks.
it was in Gary, Indiana. You said what, babe?
H-E double hockey sticks. Hell House.
Mm-hmm. Hell House. I'm interested though. Yeah, Look up. You should
Um,
definitely watch the documentary on Amazon by what's his name?
yeah,
Zach Bagan.
Yeah, Zach Baggins,
Zach
the one that does
Baggins.
all the Ghost Adventure shit. If you want like a brief synopsis of the story, um, basically this family moves into this house in Gary, Indiana, and to know a little bit about it, Gary, Indiana, is poverty stricken. Kids worry about getting shot walking down the street and shit like that. So it's not a super safe place to be. And there's a high crime rate because poverty and crime go together.
Yeah.
Um, and so this woman and her family move into this house, and then all these paranormal activities starts to happen. And basically her kids get possessed. Uh, they have to they move out of the house. Her kids get taken. They have to get an exorcism or a deliverance. And um, after that, um, it was vacant for a long time because nobody wanted to go in because a lot of people. So the craziest thing is, a lot of people witness the events that happened with the family. So because of that, like nobody would go near that house. Not police officers, not caseworkers, nobody.
Yep.
And then Zach Baggins bought the house because he heard about all this stuff, and then he did a little documentary on it that came out a couple of years ago. And following the documentary, he had the house demolished because of things that happened in the house. Um, and then recently, a movie on Netflix, which is an added adaptation of the story. It has some fictional parts into it, and that's called Deliverance. That's Netflix.
Hmm.
So, if you want to watch like a fantastical version of the events, Deliverance on um,
Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix would be where to watch that. But it's a crazy story. It like just talks about people walking up walls and
Yeah.
speaking languages that there's no way they could know.
Watch the
Um,
documentary first before you watch the movie, because the documentary will give you a lot of insight
and a
on.
lot of people that worked on the movie or worked, um, with Zach on it,
Hmm.
or even like were interviewed or whatever. A lot of like bad shit happened to them
Yeah, they didn't even want to
during.
talk to Zach on the documentary because they were working on the movie deal.
Well,
Um,
on top of that, they were like, "You've been in the house, so we don't even want to talk to you."
yeah.
Like, you say it could have attached you to come here, so they would not talk to him. And then when their brother went and was with them, because the brother from them went to go hang out and talk with Zach, they wouldn't let him
Hmm.
back in the house.
Yep.
They're like, "You've been around him. You could have got something from the house from him, so
Yep.
you can't come back." And then they got back to them, and somehow it got back to Zach that they had actually officially kicked the uncle out or whatever, because apparently he was acting weird since he had um talked to Zach. So
Hmm.
it's a really interesting, um,
Yeah. Oh, and
it's a really
that's
interesting story.
yeah, because that's not even the craziest part. Like I said, you'll see a lot of insight from the documentary about like what happens to the people that went in that house. You'll start seeing the stuff that happens to them. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, enough people. I think 15 people had died in that house. It's like
Damn.
some weird, like oddly large number,
Yeah.
because I feel like people don't really die in a house like that. So to have like
Right.
more than like two people die in the same house, get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. Like if someone goes, "Oh, this house is so nice," blah 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 blah. Five people died in it. Get me out this motherfucking house.
And
Get me out this house.
while we're on the topic of just like, psychological horror, just like, actual, horror stuff.
Hmm.
Another good movie out there that, I'd recommend for people to watch, for the spooky season. If you haven't already, it's this movie called Night Swim It's a pretty good one.
I think
Yeah.
I heard of it. I don't think I've watched it though.
Yeah, it's about a pool. So it's this pool in this backyard of this house, but this pool pretty
Didn't you talk
much
to me about it?
I did. The
Okay, I was
pool
like,
the pool used to be like a wellspring where this other water source came from, but there's like an entity inside the pool pretty much. It's a very good movie. The plot is, something different. Definitely something different that you don't see in a horror movie. Just with you're like a pool. The pool's haunted. Okay. So it definitely kind of like doesn't give it away right away, like what's going on. You kind of have to you know, hear the story and everything. Very good story though. Which, what is it? The Castle of Frankstone that I just beat. I said the same thing. That was a very good story, but for me, it didn't have a lot of like quick actions.
that's what you're looking for.
Kind of. I mean, just in that type of game that I was playing, I was thinking that that's what I was gonna see. But I enjoyed it for the story.
Sense.
I enjoyed it for the story, and for the DVD based lore and just kind of like how it all ended and came to be was really cool. So they did a good job. Excited to see how they do the next ones that they do anymore, and then I'm excited for whenever we play that one game. That's this month. I don't know when we're planning it, but it's gonna be this month that we said that we were gonna play the Dark Pictures anthology. Little Hope is the one that we're gonna be playing. So
yeah, and I have some friends who are down to play. Well, Lady Smooth. I don't know if you met her. You know Smooth.
I don't think I've officially met her, but yeah.
Yeah, she said she was down to play scary games, so I'm gonna DM her.
It's nice.
See if we can get something like together.
Okay.
I think it'll be hilarious.
Does she play scary games, or it'll be new for her too?
No. I think she doesn't, because she says she's gonna have her mic on, so that we can hear her scream.
Gotcha.
She said I'm gonna scream the whole time.
Yes, scary games, please. Oh Lord, Alchie's here for the screams, apparently.
Listen, I be scared. I be scared. Leave me alone. Don't hurt me, sir.
Don't do it. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Go spook someone else.
For real though, for real. Y'all, this shit hurt like a bitch. You see the water splashes? I can see it in this camera, and I was like, yeah, these shits hurt. I was like, get this the fuck off me.
Oh yeah, she got a little yin and yang as well. I don't know if y'all saw that. She had see, there's the black, and there's the white at the top. I think that was really cool. It's like the cool little piece to put in between. I like it.
Yeah, it's if you guys have seen what's it called? Avatar. It's inspired by the Avatar.
The Avatar.
The Avatar.
Yeah.
The episode when they go to like the South Pole or whatever, to their like cousin nation, and the whole princess, the ice princess, got to turn into like one of the koi fish to protect the barrier or some shit like that. That episode. That episode.
Well, my man
Sokka
was
in love with her. Sokka's like,
I just found you, like.
Yeah, she's like, bye, my love. That shit was dramatic as fuck. Like thinking back about it, like now, like as a kid, I was like, oh, and now I'm like, damn, y'all just met. Why is you want her like that? Like, yeah, it's sad. Like, you finally got somebody that you like, oh, kiki, smoosh, but like, y'all just met. Like, there cannot be that much emotional connection yet. There's no way. You're tripping, my guy.
That's
Find
funny.
another bitch. You gonna be okay. I promise you. Find another bitch. You gonna be okay.
You gonna be all right.
He is and is.
Oh, that's funny.
I say what I said.
I
I
said
said
what
what I
I
said.
said. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think that that'll do it for
Oh,
this episode.
and there's just another update, just some other updates, so you guys can be on the lookout. Um, the ports. There's supposed to be a port strike. That I
Mm-hmm.
actually believe have already started.
Yep, it
This is
has.
going to this is going to affect imports like car parts, apparel, phone cases, technology, um,
Close.
and then yeah, clothes. That's part of the apparel.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
It's okay. And food, because of our specifically like produce, um, so like vegetables and shit, and
Yep.
other things. I can't think of the word, like processed foods. So um, we might see a spike in prices for that. We'll see how long this lasts. Oh, that's good to know because I am in that line of business. Yeah, so be on the lookout. I think it's the East Coast, like Northeast Coast to Southeast Coast. So, and from my understanding, those are some of the biggest shippers of those things.
About,
So
yeah, because
just
that's mainly America, right? Like American, or is it out of country as well that people are?
I just know that I don't know about if other countries are doing that. I just know specifically that in America they have decided, the dock workers has decided that they are taking a strike because of their living wages not being increased to combat inflation. So they are requesting, well, I guess demanding a 77% raise in their um what's it called? You might be good. I don't know. I don't know where your shipments come from. That's what I would say would be the biggest um deciding factor whether you guys are okay. Um is like cuz even I think Texas is even one of the ports. And LA is not too far from Texas, so I wouldn't it would be crazy that something arrives in Texas and then on trucks gets to LA. But yeah, so they are requesting for a 77% increase to their wages over the next 6 years. Which I actually, if you like the next 6 years, that's not too terrible. I don't know what their other demands are, but we'll see if they are able to bargain and get something on the table. And then on top of that, there are more tropical storms forming in the same place that Hurricane Helene started. So what happened is it went into the because it was originally projected to go towards more like Louisiana, Texas, and then when it got into the Bay, it curved towards Florida. So we don't really know in which way it's projected. It's coming up that way, and there's two other storms I believe that's also forming. So it's a shit show right now. We'll see what touches down, what goes out. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I gotta be on the lookout because especially if I'm trying to travel to Houston later this month.
You're
Mm.
going closer to the water.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to be looking out for that then.
Mhm.
Ugh, Lord,
Yeah, hurricane season's not fun.
at all.
Yeah, so guys, pray for those involved and let them be in your thoughts. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, just hold them up because it's looking like it might be a little bit rough.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that being said, I think that'll
Those are
end
my
this
updates.
updates.
hmm 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 And I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on there as I hear and learn more. I know that there are some uh workers, some first responders that are going down there from the north. So hopefully they'll be able to give them some help. I'm
Well,
hoping.
you know, I guess I say a date too. You know, this was kind of well, it's definitely a nationwide thing that's going on. But I have a friend also that is now involved in this online. But pretty sure you guys know about what's going on with Israel and all of that. But same thing that they're doing to Gaza, they've started doing to Lebanon. So they're now having to evacuate their homes. Um, yeah, and I have an online friend that actually lives there, and she literally seeing her tweets just having to move because you know they're the spot's
Yeah.
not safe where they're at, and some people don't know if it's real or not. Turns out it's real and it is happening, and then they have to keep moving. So just prayers out to that constant.
Well, I'm scared that this is gonna be World War III because I'm pretty sure I heard that um
Is
Iran
Iran bombed Israel? Yep.
Iran bombed Israel.
So
So you know,
yeah.
yeah,
So
they're not looking too nice. And from my understanding, people in Israel, like not the government trying to spread propaganda, but people in
yeah.
Israel are like, it's really bad here. Like we're on the last days of Israel. So it's really interesting about how people actually in the thick of it are displaying or talking about Israel and then what they're broadcasting to the wider world. Um, I think that that's really interesting.
Honestly, it's like y'all wanna talk about they're talking about using them as human shields or whatever. It's like, dude, how long are you gonna say that whenever y'all are the ones that keep bombing? Like, we're not even seeing we're not even seeing any bombing from from their side, the people that you're talking
It's not
about.
about that anymore though. But
Yeah,
we could even there's not. It hasn't been about that for a while
it
because
has
they have so it's nobody's. I don't think anyone's buying that. No one's buying that.
yeah.
No one's buying that.
But yeah, so I mean, we definitely got to pray for all of them out there because as much as people want to, go about their own daily lives,
Is Lebanon
this.
also their land because that wasn't that their reason for Gaza? Well, a couple of things for Gaza. One of them was that Hamas had taken hostages in order to basically bargain for um Palestinian hostages to be released or something like that. Um and then I think they also ended up killing a couple people and they were holding the hostages. Uh and so then that was what this fight was about. Um when and it's been an issue 75 for 75 years. This has been an
Mhm.
ongoing issue between them for like 75 years. So they've been going back and forth. But the thing about it is it's not equal because Gaza doesn't have an official government. They are not allowed to have an official government. So their resources are limited, and they're also basically being put together by the people of Gaza versus there's a whole government for Israel. So it's just a power imbalance. Um, it's not fair. The execution of it wasn't like of any of this hasn't been fair. Um, and they're trying to justify it like, oh well, we had to put our foot down and save our people and blah blah blah. They've killed Israeli hostages that were released from Hamas. Like it's actually a big shit show if you kind of follow the timeline and
Mhm.
documentation of what's been going on there. Like nothing that they had said has added up. Like it doesn't even make fucking make sense. So at this point, the best that we can do is retweet, pray, bring awareness to it. Um, and just not support places or businesses that support genocide. That's the
Mm-hmm.
really that sounds terrible, but like that's the
Um.
best behavior.
Yeah, and with that being said, I'll say this as well because I just recently found out about this, but apparently Stream Elements is ran and directed by Zionists. So just for those out there that just want to continue to not support, you know, those do not use Stream Elements, which luckily for me, I actually use Streamlabs. Didn't really get into Stream Elements.
I don't even honestly. I started I started this shit so long ago. I don't even remember what I used honestly.
I mean,
But
and it could be easily changed. I mean, I think
yeah.
I found somebody that was looking for a chat box, from
Mhm.
from my stream team. Yeah, she was looking for a chat box widget, and I said Botrix because I use the Botrix chat bot,
Mhm.
and it combines Twitch. I can combine the chats, so like I'm live on YouTube and
Mm.
Twitch now, so it'll show the
Both
chat.
chats.
Yeah, it'll show them for both. For me,
That's nice.
yeah.
I feel lucky about a lot of these because I saw clips of people taking cruises to see the destroyed Gaza. That's
That's
actually crazy.
crazy, dude.
And honestly, why would you even want to go in that area because it's still a war zone? Like it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people don't think with not even an ounce of the cells in their brain.
Literally.
It's like it's still a war zone. Why would you even go over there?
No
Like I'm gonna
sense.
stay 100,000 like feet. Get me out of there.
Yeah. And there's just so many places that are unsafe, but and so many people that are going through the same kind of struggle that Gaza's going through, like
Yeah, Congo,
Sudan,
Sudan.
Yemen,
I heard there's
uh
something going on in Haiti. It's just a
yeah.
lot, and it's a lot. You could get burned out. So I want to say,
Yeah.
I know I don't really talk about this shit a lot, and that's because that shit burns me out. I have enough stress in my life, and I know that that might sound a little selfish, but like, ain't nobody else gonna live my life but me. I
Mhm.
contribute and help where I can. I
Mhm.
bring light and notice when I where I can, but we can only do the best that we can do. And I think at the end of the day, we also have to be able to live with our mental,
Mhm.
right? So I don't want anybody to be an activist um at the cost of their
Of your
mental or
own,
physical
yeah,
health.
of your own sanity, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
well, Congo and I think Sudan, I think, are the ones that they use slave labor to
For
like
the children, yeah.
mine cobalt, which is
Mhm.
what they use in electronics. So people are saying to like use refurbished electronics or
Mhm.
electronics that you have that are using recycled, um, parts
Mhm.
or metals, um,
Yep.
that kind of thing. And if you're in the UK, there's actually this phone that's called like Fairphone or something like that, and they
Mhm.
only use ethically sourced materials in the phone.
Yeah.
It's not available in the US from what I saw, but it is available in the UK. So if you guys are in the market for a new phone, you should check it out.
Mhm. Mhm. And then you should totally tell us how you like it and share your experience with us.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
All right, with that, I think that's all of our updates. I think we've said what we needed to say. On our return to D&D Spilling the Tea Tuesdays, it is October 1st, first episode for the spooky season. So every
Mhm.
every week we just expected a real or fake story that you're gonna hear. So we'll be able to judge if it's real or fake. So that's some really good ones in the past. I don't remember if any of the ones last year were real. I mean, were fake.
Um,
I feel like you all the ones you told were real stories.
I I think one of them was fake because I took like a real story and like embellished it or something. But I
And
don't think
this one was what? This one was fake or real?
this one was supposed to be. From
Be-
their recollection, it was real.
right, because he thought it was a fae, right? They thought it was a fae
Yeah.
or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it definitely could have been real, but I guess, without, I guess, that factual evidence in that situation. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, okay, yeah. So this is the first episode. So expect, the next few weeks for this month that you'll be hearing
Yeah.
another real or fake
You
story.
you'll get how many more real or fakes? You'll get one, two, three, four more real or fakes.
Damn, 4 more.
So
Yep.
be ready.
Yes. But yeah, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, everybody coming in, sharing their experiences, sharing your comments with us. We got to do a new feature with the Twitch chat, so we got shared chat. So we got to, she sees my chat, I see her chat. We get to mod each other's chats. So it's pretty cool. Nice little feature that we had to try here today.
Yeah, thank God. I'd be struggling.
Yeah. The VOD is now going to be on YouTube. I am streaming on YouTube right now as well. So make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and I will eventually put up the last 3 that I need to put up. But yeah. But yeah, make sure to stay hydrated, practice self-care, and as always, peace, love, and positivity. And let us know down below in the comments what y'all have, any questions for us. You can email us as well. Catch y'all on the next one. Later.